anytime you get the chance to buy a new car, a new set of golf clubs, or a new pair of shoes, I think we all get so excited. And today I'm with Richard Kushlik from Unique Feet. Kushi, you've done a lot of work over a number of years in terms of researching shoes. You've now secured the agencies for a couple of wonderful handmade shoes. Just run through the process of doing a fitting with an individual client.
Dave, with the Alan Edmonds brand, which we're fortunate to be the distributors for Southern Africa, we also are retailers of Alan Edmonds too, so the public are free to visit us as well. The most important thing with handmade shoes or handcrafted shoes is that you can get any width, any size, any depth that is feasibly possible, from a size 5 to a size 18 in a number of different materials. So for the connoisseur or person who requires additional assistance because they have issues with their feet, mechanical issues, this particular brand, Alan Edmonds, is able to accommodate most of those people.
Can I ask a question with regard to that? Because many of us in South Africa have got different feet. I think there's a host of reasons for that, obviously, but there's a lot of guys with particularly big feet and wide feet. I found that was a common thing in the golf industry. Is that something that filters through to your business?
It certainly does in our business, and when a new client walks into us and we assess him for the very first time, it's very important that we capture the data accurately. So the first thing would be a verbal background check in terms of the guy's golf, his ability, how often he plays, whether he walks or takes a cart, his weight, and any other pathology that he may have. He may have had injuries, he may be diabetic, he may be arthritic, and that information, in addition to a weight-bearing analysis on the pressure plate, which we'll show you, and also a swing analysis, which is a basic swing analysis to show the areas where the feet take strain most during the swing. That information then allows us to take accurate measurements of the foot and then make suggestions on what best will suit that customer. Taking that into consideration, one must always understand that the shoe can do a job up to a point, and thereafter a client or a customer may need additional help. So part of our business is not only to give advice, but it is also to refer people to specialists of a higher authority in the mechanical aspects of the body, podiatrists, orthotists, orthopedic surgeons, and so on. Because, as I said to you earlier, the shoe will do a job, and we can do a certain amount to shoes, but thereafter we may need some intervention.
So that sounds a little bit expensive for me. So let's just get that out the way. Does this service cost extra for customers who come and see you?
No, the service is free.
Okay.
The service is free, provided that you are a purchasing client.
Yes.
In other words, we would the value of an assessment like this, you could be 1,000 Rand, because it takes at least 3/4 of an hour to an hour to get it done correctly. However, if you happen to be an existing client or one who is a prospective client, then we wouldn't charge.
Okay, then the shoe itself. I mean, these are handmade shoes. They're imported from America. They have a huge, wonderful sort of array of accolades in terms of the shoe itself. Well, tell us a little bit about the shoe specifically.
Well, when you look at Alan Edmonds, you're looking at a 90-year-old company which is still individually owned by a company that is by individuals that are still part of the Alan and the Edmonds families, and they have very strict criteria by which the company operates. The best materials, the best production processes, and still made in America. These are the three criteria by which they operate. And to this day, their facility is still in Port Washington, where it's been for the last of the 90 years. They've been there 70. So we're talking about a company that's steeped in history. When we talk about materials, we're talking about the best leathers, the best linings, whether it be waterproof, breathable, leather. Okay, that's important. The outsole materials, the best bend leathers we can use. In the golf shoe business, we are using now, in conjunction with Jack Nicklaus, a Jack Nicklaus collection by Alan Edmonds, which is now, because Uncle Jack's feet are not so good anymore, and he's requested that Alan Edmonds make for him a modern type of shoe with cleated outsoles and very, very soft rubber, which we can have a look at during your stay here. And all that being put together gives you a company that offers a custom fit option or off the shelf. In other words, we do carry a large variety of a range of shoes in different colors and widths. But clearly, if you are a size 10, quadruple extra wide, and you want a burgundy finish with a black insert and a burnished black toe puff, then we would have that made for you. And we do have clients that do that.
Well, just on that point, a more familiar brand with many of the people who would be watching this is, of course, FootJoy. And FootJoy have been around for a long time. They specialize, one of their categories is this MyJoy. And I know you're a big seller of the MyJoy range of shoes. Is that something similar?
Yes, absolutely. FootJoy have also a 100-year history in the golf shoe business.
Yeah.
Alan Edmonds is particularly in just men's dress and formal shoes, so there is a difference there. Although they do cross over on the golf side. FootJoy have this great history. They don't make welted shoes anymore, but they make shoes in the MyJoy section that you were talking about, that category for the connoisseur or the person, once again, who requires specific size issues and so on, where they offer a variety of models across a variety of widths, across a variety of different lasts. And that's important for us because we're offering a similar service then in another very, very reputable brand. So MyJoys are a very strong part of our golf business, and we have a regular flow of clients who come to us wanting to do their own colors, their own designs, which are quite fun, and also put your own logos in the shoes. So that does give it a bit of a sort of a more commercial aspect, but at the same time the shoes are still very solid.
Wow, what a morning. You come in here, have a wonderful experience with a knowledgeable gentleman who really can fit you into the right shoe, the right size, the right color. The flexibility is amazing, and it is something really unique. Unique feet, that's the place you want to be.